Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we will be doing Alternative Future of the World Part 5. If I'm correct, I have the map loaded. Remember last time we had some wars. Afghanistan went on, and well, I think we're back and we're ready to do some more. Japan looking pretty nice here. India got Afghanistan. This was kind of them in this area, and they split it pretty good. Soviet Union had this and lost the Afghan war though. Yep, Italy, remember, lost their colonies a while ago, but it's basically all simple now, so it's kind of just that. But we will be having these countries join an alliance, and I mean, they could go for like anti anything and just make a new pact, but I think it's pretty obvious why they choose this, but the Axis they will be choosing, which is not good for anyone because no one wants that to happen, and it's kind of simple. Fast Central, I know, just leave it at that. Yeah, so I think it's kind of crazy how everything's been lasting. I don't know how long the series hasn't been getting a lot of views as like the Empire series and stuff, so we'll see how long this lasts, but Germany's looking to expand. They're looking to go wee. But they're basically gonna do their own thing here, and they're gonna be like, they decide that they want to do their own thing. And not leave their alliance, but, well, declare war on the Soviets. Yeah. But then India joins, don't know why. Maybe some land. Finland, yep, this state trying to get some more land, and Ron's thinking about it, but furthermore, they don't want to upset India, and this looks like a pretty simple war, and we know how it's gonna go. But before we start this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into the video. Okay, so we have Germany moving in because, of course, they were the first people that declared war on them, so they are swooping in and taking a lot of land and meeting up with Turkey, and kind of just gonna stop. Then Finland goes ahead and is doing some of this, and I just realized I forgot to color in Norway. There we are. Now it's good. Alright. Finland moving in. This state doesn't have that big of a military, but Germany and Finland are going to help with that. Soviets overall are not going to do terribly well on this because, as we all know, that they don't, yeah, and they can't get into India because mountain right along here, so that's a thing we all should know. And India's really pushing in. They're wanting this part of China really bad. I don't know why, because it's pretty unstable. But Stalingrad happens, 2.0, and it works this time. This time it's successful. Germany starts doing some major blows, and it's really all going downhill. For the Soviets, I mean, they could ask for peace, but the way Germany's looking, I don't think they're going to do that. By now, I feel like Germany is not as strong as the Soviet Union, but they do have distractions, and that always helps. And they go by Iran. Oh man. Soviets are going to get swept up through here. And looks like this might be the last little advance by the red team as the Soviet army actually arrives, and stalemate. So like I showed in the last video, they just keep moving back and forth, and eventually, so one side was going like this, then the other comes back, and they get little gains, and then boom in the middle. 6 months happen, and we see a small Soviet pushback from Germany, from this group. These people, their army gets pushed back, but ultimately Germany takes that right back and pushes a little farther, and peace treaty. And I'm going to show you what this will look like, because I don't want to edit this part out, and I want to show you the way I think I'm going to make this borders. And we're going to make a fantasy map sometime, so be tuned for that. So of course we're going to have Finland getting the north. I mean, that's pretty known. I mean, I feel like you should know that by now, that Finland will be getting the north. And, well, look, so this is what it's going to look like. They're not going to get everything like this area down here. They're not exactly going to get that. Of course, India doesn't really want all this, but they kind of had to push so that they could get what they wanted, and that's this, just in case they have some competition with Iran. This place is going to get kind of scammed out, because Germany's going to give them a little push and be like, hey, you're not going to get that much, because we said. And Germany's going to get a very good amount, as they will be swooping up, grabbing all this. A lot of the valuable stuff for the Soviets is now gone. Of course, it's not gonna terribly be terrible, like absolutely. The reason I'm letting you guys showing you guys how I'm drawing out these borders is because, well, it's not the biggest peace treaty. Like if we have world war, that's different, because, well, it's a world war, and I'm gonna cut that part out if that would happen, because y'all don't want to watch 50 years of peace treaties going on, you know. Or maybe you do. You'll leave a comment if you want to see how the peace treaty is drawn. Otherwise, I'll just show you at the end what it looks like, because usually this takes a long time, but this one was pretty short. So here is what the peace treaty looks like. India getting gigantic. Now, I know you could say this is controlled by the Brits, but it's not. It's controlled by India's rule. They just joined the Freedom League. But yes, so Soviets are no longer part of a faction, because they have no members left of anything, so they're white. Not like that, they just don't have any members. They don't have any people left, and this is going to be a good thing for the Axis, because look at them now. They control Europe, basically. They basically own Europe. And new thing going on. You see I left India red? Well, there is a revolution going to go on. I'm actually going to turn them blue so that it shows that they are at war with themselves. Where is this going to start? Of course, it's starting in China. So, this is wait, no, wrong go. pro-Irani? No. Why would it be pro-Irani? This is going to be pro-Axis leaning or pro-Japanese or something like that. But what you didn't see is, yeah, they're wanting to leave they're really just wanting neutrality is the big thing here. They don't want to be a part of any faction because they think the factions are way too controlling and it's just not fun for them, and they don't really like that. So, without further ado, right, because this is, I have to make sure I'm using the correct color. You can't see that one, can you? No, y'all can't. Sorry. It's hard to do this. Alright, perfect. So this is the revolution. It's coming from the south, and it looks a lot like this, but look, you can tell if I put it in there, it does not look alike. It's just the color format. Here, if y'all want, I know this is taking a bit, but here, I'm gonna turn it pink. 1 second. Here it is. The revolution is this color. And it is coming up from the south side, that little color. It's hard to choose the color. This might be a pretty long video, it's alternate future. They are coming, and they are kind of, no one's holding. The military is kind of just joining this operation, because we see that the military loves this. I mean, they are flooding, I mean, everywhere. Pakistan really wants this to happen. China's part falls. This Indian part is falling. I mean, everything is falling. To this new leader, who will not be said, but they may or may not be from Afghanistan. I'm sure y'all would know. And they get their way, and then the peace treaty, they just leave. No coalition. Now, that is going to have some backfire, as the British are going to be looking at them like, hey, I never said you could just leave our little crown ruling. I mean, I did say that they weren't a part of it fully, but it is, I think the British would not be happy with that at all, and very much so, they will be here. And even Australia and New Zealand, even though they're not a part of the Brits fully, they are coming in to see if the Brits will annex them, because they really want the Brits to annex them, because why not? And these territories are controlled by the British, and they are declaring war on India. Now, how will this go? Probably not good for India, because you have this red versus just this little guy here, which will probably make them the strongest country in the world if they can take over India. And where will this invasion start? Sri Lanka. Alright, so Sri Lanka gets taken over. And this was not even before they declared war, and they just take it. The Brits say, we will take Sri Lanka. And India says, no, 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 no. Look, so this is their waters. They got surrounded. The Brits came up and eat their waters and took Sri Lanka. Now, of course, India has learned how to do navy better because they were once under British rule, so that happens. But we still have the lack of Iran not liking India's rule, liking the Brits better, so they say, hey, you guys can pass through us. Don't worry, we'll let you through. So India did not see this coming. They thought for sure they'd hate the British government more, but no, they hate the Afghan government even way more, so I don't know how. And there's a lot of pro-British rebels coming from Bangladesh. Up here, down here, and really just looking for the day they can get taken. And China's even like, hey, we'll go with the Brits rule. I don't like this rule. We're getting beat and stuff, and we don't want to be getting destroyed by Afghan people. But little do they know, the Brits aren't going to be happy with them either. But as you can see, the Brits are taking over. I'm saying Brits a lot, but they are taking over India with quite ease until that army of the Indians comes in and just kind of starts squashing the rebels. Didn't do anything, but here's what the stalemate order looks like for now until we see one thing happening, and that is the battle of, where should we have a battle? This thing? No. The Battle of Southern, the Bengal Sea, the South Indian Sea right there. We'll just call it that. And it comes out in a tie. No, just kidding. The Brits win this to land in South India, and that's gonna help with a lot because then they have to move troops from like over here that are holding out. Now they have to move some down here, which is not going to be happy because then look what happens. Ooh, encircled. Uh-oh. It's not good. And this is going to be the biggest war of the video because, boom, that encirclement dies, and immediately we see some countries like, well, if we participate and help, we could get something. So, boom, Soviets join in. And what are they going to do? Really nothing. They're just going to support the British and help them by moving in their giant military that they were hiding. They lost the war on purpose. And, oh man, the flooding of Southern Raj. We're going to call it now. Southern Raj. And it is all falling apart for them now. And, well, game over maybe? Well, they have a chance. They don't really have a chance with all the militaries coming in, and oh, we have Japan's like join just to get some of this, but no, it's not worth it. The British would be very more demanding, and oof, and somehow India falls, but no peace treaties formed yet because, oh man, rebels, Indian rebels, crushed by the British Army and tanks and all that. But peace treaty time, I think y'all know what's going to happen. Fully annexed. Now, this is questionable, very unstable, but do the British care? Not really, and that's the funny part because they are very demanding. I would say, yeah, they are pretty demanding, but they got what they wanted, I guess. Can't we just say that? They got what they wanted. So we have a new thing going on, and that is that stalemate that was there. So that one battle was like, ooh. Okay, sorry. That one battle, it's lagging. There's a ton of bad stuff going on with my internet. That one battle that India lost was game over for them. I mean, it's like the amount of, not that, sorry. I did not mean to do that. They lost that battle from they lost the war from losing that one battle because, I meant to go like this. Down here, if they lose this, and then they break through, start taking the very populous cities, then they have to move their armies down, and, I mean, y'all should get it. I have explained this so many times. But, yes, it is, oh, no one wants to see that. The British have won their war, even if they, you could have said that India should have won because I was saying something and I trailed off. You could say that India should have won, but what I say is, realistically, it's not really possible. Their government just got put in place and it's just not possible for them. Last thing happening today, Soviet Union joins the Allies. I know that's questionable, the Freedom League, I guess, or the League of Freedom, and it's questionable if they would actually do this, but I believe that they would do this because losing to them now, if Germany declares war on the Soviets, then the rest of the Freedom League has to come in, but yes. Now, this is going to be the end of the video. We have been recording for a while, and I have had to cut some parts off, so I'm not going to put the things that I put up on the screen. I'm just going to stand up and show you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will be seeing you guys next time. I'm not going to record a ton of these videos. I'm focused on my shorts, but like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will be seeing you guys next time.